So, who am I? Well, all my life I've wanted to make a contribution. And for the past 22 years of my life, I've been an educator in one form or another. At first, I was an English teacher. I wanted to share ideas and help build people's confidence. And I loved it. But it wasn't enough for me. I wanted to do something more. I wanted to make a bigger difference in people's lives. And so I started studying business. I started studying success, things such as time management, leadership, and psychology. And at first I devoted close to 2 to 3 hours each and every day. This was about 6 years ago. But I realized that there's only so much business and psychology you can study. I realized that more importantly, I needed to know how to get my message out to others. And therefore I shifted my focus to marketing. And around this time, I also decided that it was time to get serious about my own education regarding finance. And at first, it was only a passing interest, 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. But slowly and surely, I got sucked in. And now I devote between 2 to 3 hours each and every day on the topic of finance. Because I know that money makes the world go round. And the fastest way to become wealthy and free myself from the rat race is to understand money and how it works.
So how did I get into finance? Well, quite simply, in my studies I came across 3 different individuals. Mike Maloney, Jim Sinclair, and Andy Hoffman. Mike Maloney, who is Robert Kiyosaki's precious metal advisor, calls what is happening today the greatest wealth transfer ever. Jim Sinclair, the world's leading gold expert, says QE to infinity, or the greatest depression of all human history. And Andy Hoffman, a financial analyst, says it will be the single largest event in human history. Now these 3 people got my attention. They scared me. And I said, hey, I've got to look into this because with great danger and difficulties comes great opportunity. So I didn't just stop with these 3 people. I kept looking and I came across Casey Research. And they did an interesting analysis last year. And what they did is last year they gathered 20 or 30 of their most trusted advisors and they sat down to discuss the future of the biggest economies in the world. And this is what they came up with. The United States, screwed. China, really screwed. Japan, massively screwed. Germany, pretty screwed. France, less screwed. Brazil, somewhat screwed. United Kingdom, screwed. Italy, properly screwed. Russia, interestingly enough, hardly screwed at all. And Canada, pretty screwed. Now these are the largest economies in the world, and only Russia is going to be spared the pain that is coming our way. It's going to be bad. And that's why I decided to create the Financial Future Seminar. Because I wanted to share that information with you. So what is it all about? Well, first of all, we're going to be talking about the importance of history. We're going to take a look at where we stand today. We're going to talk about the 3 main problems and the dangers they pose. We're going to talk about the importance of cycles, the role of psychology in all of this, future trends such as solar, China, and government control. And hopefully, by the time I finish this presentation, you will understand my crystal ball theory, which is the ability to basically predict the future. You see, what I believe we're going to be presented with in the very near future is a unique opportunity. Good times don't last forever. Neither do bad times. We all know that. Now, in the media, all we hear about is things getting better. Housing prices are starting to recover. The Dow is hitting new highs. The Nikkei is finally recovering. Europe's problems are solved. Well, if that's true, that means that sooner or later we're going to hit a crash. It's guaranteed. And when that happens, there will be 3 groups of people, as you can see by this graph. Once this crash takes place, one group will be relatively unaffected. They'll be in the same position after the crash as they were before the crash. Another group of people will obviously be worse off. That inevitably happens in all crashes. In fact, that's usually a large group of people. However, a small group of people will be able to take this opportunity and run with it. And that's what my goal is, to get from here to wealthier rich in pretty much one fell swoop by positioning myself today to take advantage of what is coming. And I want all of us here today to be in that group.